previous class, we've talked about how we are um, transforming analog signal to digital signal and kung gaano siya class ka-importante when it comes to processing yung mixed signals natin and how we can apply them to sensors, diba? So, sensors measure quantities that are typically in analog signal or that are analog in nature. Kasi class, they can take more than or several um, representations. So, halimbawa yung temperature class, it is analog. Yan. Um, yung air temperature natin, yung pressure, yan. Yung presence ng light, di ba? Light intensity. Weight can be measured class analog, uh, and several other things. But for us to actually process them class into something useful, especially when it comes to computers, we have to convert them into digital language or for example, in binary language, in series of ones and zeros. So we're talking about that sa analog to digital conversion, ADC. Now, on several computer systems on almost everything class, it is necessary to convert those digital to analog systems. Para class, nagkakaroon tayo ng relationship or na-establish natin yung relationship between inputs and outputs natin. So, halimbawa sa computer class, the inputs are or ano yung input peripherals ng isang computer set or sabihin natin isang desktop computer. So, ano yung mga input peripherals natin doon or input components ng isang PC setup? Yan, personal computer setup. So, ano ba yung mga um, input natin na peripherals doon or components? So, number one, syempre yung keyboard, di ba? Input yan. Kasi, uh, nag-input tayo ng words and sentences, yung letters and numbers natin na hindi binary, di ba? Tapos, ano pa yung mga input components natin? So, yung microphone, ayan. So, it's an input peripheral or an input device of our computer kasi it's an input for sound waves or sound energy. Ano pa ba yung inputs natin? Yung mouse, di ba? Input siya kasi yung pag-hover class no cursor natin involves us using yung isang external device, input yun. Tapos, meron pa siyang right click and left click. Those are forms of inputs. Pati yung camera class, di ba? Tapos, so, ginagamit natin doon na output device, halimbawa sa microphone, halimbawa, yan. So, ano yung output device na counterpart ni microphone? Yung speaker class, di ba? Yan yung speaker ninyo. So, yung sound wave na galing class dito sa aking microphone, dahil dumaan siya sa computer, na-transform siya into a digital signal. Diba? Tapos, pagkarating sa inyo nung digital signal na yun class, na-transform siya into analog. Kasi class kung digital yan, hindi mo siya maiintindihan. So, yung digital to analog converters natin are typically interfaced with analog to digital converters. Okay, so kumbaga, hindi sila mag-e-exist class na wala yung isa, di ba? Kasi they are human assisted and naiintindihan lang natin class madalas are analog signals. Okay? Yan. Diba yung camera, ayan, napipick up niya yung image natin. So, yung image na napipick up niya in form of pixels, yan, analog yung class kasi pixels are represented as different shades of colors. Diba? Yan. Uh, RGB, halimbawa, trichromatic siya. So, RGB. So, yung isang image na kinukuha niya class, tinatransform niya into series of pixels of varying colors. Tapos, pinaprocess yun ng computer digitally. Tapos, magta-travel yung digital signal na yun through a medium sa internet, di ba? in digital form. Ngayon, pagkadating nun sa inyo class, syempre, kailangan i-convert ng computer into analog para ma-interpret natin or maintindihan natin yun. Okay? Yes. Imagine, di ba, yung pixels, colors, we can actually convert it into digital and then it convert it back into analog. Okay, so yung pag-aaralan natin ngayon, digital to analog conversion. But yung very basics lang class, yung pinaka-fundamental forms. Okay? So dito, digital to analog conversion transforms digital signals into analog form. The image below shows class kung ano yung block diagram ng isang DAC. Now remember, a digital input can also be an output of a analog to digital converter tulad na sabi ko sa inyo kanina class. Okay? So, it's very rare for us to encounter digital measurements in nature. Halos lahat class ng digital signals natin are created by devices na nagre-require ng digital input sa kanila. Okay? So, a digital to analog converter or a DAC consists of a number of binary inputs and a single input. In general, the number of binary inputs of a DAC will be a power of 2. That's why class, yung DACs na may encounter natin would be described as well or mainly by the number of bits it can convert. So, halimbawa class, meron akong 2-bit DAC. So, kapag ka-class yung isang binary number, 2 bits siya. Ano lahat ng possible values natin? Ayan. So, ilan yung possible values natin? Ano yung mga yun? Ayan. So, you can answer class via the chat box. So, kapag ka-class 2-bit yung ating binary number, so, ilan class yung possible values na meron siya? Ilan? Ilan? Kasi, pagka 2 bits class na binary number, okay, ayan. So, remember class, di ba, yung formula lang natin doon is 2 raised to n, where n class is yung number of bits. Yan. So, kung sinabi kong 2-bit siya class, that means yung n ko is 2. That means that is 2 raised to 2 or 2 raised to 2 is 4. So, ibig sabihin, pagka class 2-bit, apat yung possible binary numbers. So that's 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, and 1, 1. So ang DAC class, ang isang digital to analog converter, nag-work siya class, okay, by representing each of the bits of a binary number as an input. Okay, as an input to a device wherein yung output niya would be a analog signal. Single na lang siya. Okay? Yan. So, halimbawa, dito class, yung binary number ko na 00, meron siyang equivalent na output. And madalas, output voltage yun class. Okay? Na iba class dun sa ibang binary numbers natin. Okay? So, halimbawa class, yung output voltage ni 00, dahil 00 class yan, so let's say that's 0 volts. Tapos, pagka 01, o yung equivalent voltage niya, dapat hindi 0 volts class. Okay? Kasi yung 0 volts, allotted na siya para kay binary number 00. So, dapat iba siya class. Si 01 kay 00. And to other binary numbers na meron tayo dito. Okay? Diba, sabi ko, this is 1 volt. And for example ng class. Tapos pagka 1, 0, let's say that's 2 volts. Tapos pagka 1, 1, let's say that's 4 volts. Okay? So you see here, pagka meron akong binary number or isang digital signal or digital input, meron siyang equivalent na output voltage. So that's what it means here. No? Kapag uh, yung DAC natin consists of number of binary inputs and a single output. Now, syempre, pwede yan class kahit ilang number of binary inputs. Okay? Yeah. So, for example, we may have a 4-bit digital logic that produces a sequence of binary numbers ranging from 0000 to 11111. So, ilang values yun class? That's 16 values kasi 4 bits siya class. So, that's 2 raised to 4 which is equal to 16. So, 16 possible numbers or values to class. 0 to F16, in which ADAC converts them into a voltage output ranging from 0 to 10 volts. So, ibig sabihin class, yung 16 possible values natin ng binary numbers dito can take on different values from 0 to 10. Now, yung increment nun, depende na yun class sa number of possible binary numbers natin. Okay? So, 16 yung maghahati-hati from 0 to 10. So then, digital logic circuits, microcontrollers or Arduinos, etc. rely on DACs to convert the digital software commands into variable voltage, which they can use to control motors, servers, or lights, or we call them class as actuators. Yan, actuator yung um, tawag sa mga yan, yung motor, servo, at saka lights. And that constitutes class yung fact na kailangan natin to for automation. So, yung digital to analog conversion. So, dito na pumapasok class yung um, automation or the very fundamental form of artificial intelligence. Okay? So, bakas may sensor ako, okay, which is a form of an analog to digital converter. Okay? So, yung input sa kanya is an analog signal. Say for example, temperature. Okay? Yan. So, temperature sensor to class. So, magiging output niya would be a digital signal, diba? 10101. And then, ito yung magiging input ko sa isang actuator ko. So, um, for example dito is uh, motor. Ayan, motor ng isang electric fan. Okay, yan. Na kapag ka-class, may na-measure yung sensor na masyadong mainit kapag ganahin niya yung motor. Okay? Tapos, yung motor na yun, class, ayan, mag-i-input siya or magkakaroon siya ng input. Okay? Or yung motor na yun, meron siyang DAC sa loob. Okay? May DAC siya na naka-attach sa kanya. From which class, yung analog signal na magiging output nito would be sufficient to turn on that motor. Okay? O, motor na yun, may naka-attach sa kanya na LC, di ba? Yan. Tapos, mag-output siya class. Yung magiging output niya it would be turned on. Hangga't yung name-measure na temperature ni sensor is yung naka-program sa kanya na temperature from which mag-o-on siya. Okay? Siyempre madalas yun yung kapagka mainit, 'di ba? Ayan, so habang mainit yung name-measure na temperature ni sensor, magse-send yung ADC natin, okay, ng digital output that allows yung motor to be kept on. So nakabukas lang siya ng nakabukas, hindi yan titigil class hangga't yung temperature class hindi siya bumababa. Okay? Ganun kasimple yun class. So there are a bunch class of this DAC. There are a bunch of DACs out there class, no? And madalas IC na lang yan, no? Ngayon, syempre, yung mga microcontrollers natin like Arduino or R5 or ESP, meron na yung built-in class na DACs. Kaya kung mapapansin nyo, ang ginagawa nyo na lang, di ba? Sinasaksak nyo na lang yung mga sensors at tsaka yung mga actuators na meron tayo. Okay? So, I think nagpailaw na kayo ng LED, di ba, sa embedded systems. Tama ba? Nag-Arduino na kayo, di ba, last time kay Ma'am Beth. Yan. Anong ginawa niyo, nagpa-ilaw lang ba talaga kayo? Nag-programming lang kayo ng ah, yung low-high, gano'n lang? Yung naka-timer lang? Ay hindi pa kayo nag-sensor, yung kahit DHT lang, gano'n? Ay hindi pa, okey, ayan. So, imagine niyo lang class 'no, yung low high na imbis na, ah, idediretso niyo siya as program, 'di ba? Idediretso siya as program 'no. Kasi 'di ba yung LED dun nasa digital na input, 'di ba? Ayan, I/O, yan ay yung low high, 'di ba? So, digital yun ta's yung low high na yun. So, yung low represents 0 ta's yung high represents 1, yan. So, imagine niyo lang na imbes na i-program niyo siya class as low high, papalitan niyo yun, mag-i-interface kayo ng program for a sensor dun sa mismong Arduino, okey? Ngayon, yung Arduino na yun class, meron na siya kasing built-in na mga analog to digital converter at saka digital to analog converter, okey? Kaya class, meron kayo dong analog input at saka digital input, 'di ba, tama ba? Yan, oh, 'di ba? Meron analog input dun, 'di ba, yung naka-number na A1, yan, A2, gano'n or kapagka digital D1, D2, ayan. So, depende yun class 'no, kung ang kailangan mo class ay digital or analog na measurement. So, yung halimbawa yung sa LED class, nasa digital siya kasi ang gagawin niyo lang for that particular program is either papailawin niyo siya or hindi, which can be interpreted class as a binary number, either 1 for on or 0 for off, okey? So, yung most common type class ng DACs na ginagamit is yung weighted resistor and a summing amplifier to produce a R2 2R resistor ladder network and operational amplifier circuit. But for today class, we're just gonna be talking about the weighted resistor version. Kasi it uses class a concept na diniscuss na natin. Yan, which is ayan, yung summing amplifier na sinasabi dito. Yan. O, naalala yung summing amplifier? So, di ba yung summing amplifier class, para lang siyang inverting amplifier. Pero, imbes class na isa lang yung output, multiple yung inputs. Ay, sorry. Imbes na isa lang yung input ng summing amplifier, madami siya. Kaya may multiple voltages. Yung multiple inputs na yun class represents yung bawat binary number na meron tayo. Okay, so halimbawa class, 2-bit DAC siya. So, merong dalawang binary number, 2 bits class. Okay, binary digits. Dalawang binary digits yung ginagamit ng digital number natin. So, kapagka ganun yung case, dalawa nun yung input. Okay? O kapagka class 3-bit siya, tatlo yung input. Pagka 4-bit, apat, and so on and so forth. Okay? Yan. So, DC summing amplifier, we can use yung multiple inputs daw in an inverting amplifier to convert multiple bits of digital signal into analog. This creates a summing amplifier. Kasi class, it's an inverting amplifier with multiple inputs. Okay? The summing amplifier produces a negative sum of any number of input voltages. That is because class, inverting amplifier siya, nagne-negative class yung output. Okay? Or yung sum. And output ang ibig kong sabihin dito class kapag sinabi niyang sum. Yan. So, nagpo-produce siya ng negative, gawa lang yung input class nasa inverting terminal ng ating op-amp. Okay? For example, ayan. So, eto class, huwag kayong matatakot kasi summing amplifier lang 'to class, 'di ba? Kamukha lang siya ng dati class, ayan. So, naalala 'to, ayan. So, hopefully naalala, ayan. Kung hindi, ay di balikan lang natin, okey? Coverage pa rin 'to class. So, ito pa rin class yung may multiple inputs tayo and if you remember, we can solve for the output voltage using this formula. Yan. So, negative yung ating voltage dito dahil yung input natin ay nasa inverting terminal or inverting input. So, negative RF, quantity V1 over R1, and so on and so forth kung ilang inputs yan. So, for example, dito class, meron akong 4-bit na summing amplifier or 4 inputs. Okay? Ayan. So, dito class, masosolve natin yung input for varying uh, maso-solve natin yung output for this multiple input summing amplifier using this formula. Ngayon class, ano daw mangyayari kung yung mga resistors natin are all equal. So, ang tendency nun class, sa bawat input channel natin, yung magiging closed loop voltage gain natin would be unity or just simply equal to 1. Bakit? O kasi class, kung kukunin natin yung output ng bawat channel, that's gonna be V out is equal to negative V in, tapos RF over R in. So, eto class dito, yung R1, R2, R3, and R4 are all input resistances or RA. Kung gagawin natin class ito, kung halimbawa, i-equate natin lahat ng resistor dito, including RF. So, ang tendency, itong multiplier natin na RF over RIN, magiging 1 yan. Okay? Pagka ganun ang case, V out is simply equal to negative V in. Okay? So, closed loop voltage gain natin will simply equal 1. Kasi, remember, V out is equal to, V out over V in, yun yung ating closed loop gain or ACL. Okay? Yan. Ayun lang yun. Diba? Kaya 1 yan. At tendency class, kapag ganun ng case, yung V out natin would be simply equal to negative quantity V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 or literally class, yung sum lang ng mga input voltages natin. Okay? We can use that concept class to assume na yung bawat voltages dito, V1, V2, V3, and V4, assuming class na maglalagay tayo or mag-a-assign tayo ng isang particular voltage to assume class yung logic 1. O kasi 'di ba kung binary number, okay, yung kino-convert natin dito class, it's just either 1 or 0. Now siyempre class kapagka binary 0 yan, matic 0 volts na yung i-a-assign natin diyan. So all we have to do is to assign a certain voltage for binary 1, which is or can be anything. Or in my example, I'll use 5 volts. Okay? So kung halimbawa class, etong V in 4 na to represents yung um, most significant bit ko class, no? Halimbawa, yung bit na to is 5. Okay? Tapos, the rest are 0, which represents class yung binary number 1,000. Okay? Yan. So, I will assign class, no, a voltage for a logic 1 as positive 5 volts. So, ano yung magiging output voltage ko nun? So, the rest are 0 class. Tapos, ayan, yung voltage ko would be just 5 or output voltage is 5, diba? Or negative 5. Okay? Ayan. So, ganun lang yun, diba? So, we can produce an output condition which would be weighted sum of these 4 input voltages, creating the basic circuit for a 4-bit binary weighted DAC or 4-bit weighted digital analog converter. Okay? Now, syempre, hindi pwede class na equal talaga yung mga resistances natin dyan, especially the input resistances. They have to possess different values. So, yun yung concept ng weighted resistor class. Okay? Iba-iba yung weights nila class. O kasi ang tendency kung pare-pareho yan class, magiging pareho yung outputs nung mga binary numbers na may isang logic high or logic 1. Kasi 'di ba magiging pare-pareho silang negative 5. So dapat class iba-iba yung values nung input resistances natin na R1, R2, R3, and R4. Para kahit class pare-pareho sila ng number ng logic 1s, hindi pare-pareho yung magiging output voltages nila or yung analog interpretation. Okay? Yeah. So, kapagka ganun yung ginawa natin, we would create class a proper 4-bit binary weighted DAC. Na remember class, no, depende yan sa binary digit na um, kino-convert natin. Yung binary number. So, halimbawa class, 4 na bits siya. So, pagka 4 na bits yun class, um, we will be using 4 inputs. Okay? each bit uh, or each input dedicated for each of the bits ng ating binary number. So, yung most significant bit class, yun yung nagpo-possess class nung ah, highest possession, okay, sa ating binary number. So, in this case class, yun yung nasa or yun yung fourth bit natin. Okay, yun yung most significant bit. Yan. So, dito class, yung bawat weights natin dito ng resistor, there's a trend here. Lagi siya class power of 2 kung mapapansin nyo or nagdo-double siya lagi from the previous one. So the most significant bit or yung highest bit natin in this case, yung fourth bit kasi 4 bit siya class, dun tayo nagsimula 1 kilo ohm. And then yung sinundan niyang bit class which is the third bit is double nung previous resistor niya which is 2 kilo ohm. 1 times 2 is 2. Tapos, and so on and so forth class. So, lagi niyang nagdo-double. So, 1, 2, tas dito sa ah, second bit natin class or yung sa B and VB, yung input resistor natin is 4 kilo ohm which is just double of 2 kilo ohm. Tas, double ulit yun for the last bit or yung least significant bit natin, 8 kilo ohm. So, kung magiging 5 bit yan class, you already know. Yan. So, kung magpa 5 bit yan, so, kung magpa 5 bit yan class, yung magiging resistor dito will just be double the previous one. In this case, this would be 16 kilo ohm. Okay, and so on and so forth. 16, 32, 64, 128. Yan. Okay? So, nadadagdagan lang na nadadagdagan. How does this work? Ayan. So, syempre, gagamitin natin dito class yung formula natin for output voltage. Na kung mapapansin nyo class, pare-pareho lagi dito si RF. So, yung hindi magbabago class. Okay? So, in this example, particular example, that is equal to 1 kilo ohm. So, we can substitute that. So, V out is equal to negative quantity 1 kilo ohm over, in this case, R4 is 1 kilo ohm VB. Now, you might be wondering, saan galing yung formula ng to class? Galing lang yan doon sa formula natin ng output voltage for sa aming amplifier. Okay? So, kung babalikan natin yung kanina class, ito lang yan. Ang ginawa ko lang, dinistribute ko itong RF class sa loob ng parenthesis. Yung V1, V2, V3, and V4 represents class yung bawat um, input voltage natin sa mga channels. Okay? So, this is gonna be, ayan. Tapos, plus, para naman sa VC, that's, ayan, RF is 1 kilo ohm over R3, 2 kilo ohm VC. Plus, RF, 1 kilo ohm over R2, 4 kilo ohm VB. Plus, RF, 1 kilo ohm over R1, 8 kilo ohm VA. Now, of course, you can simplify this class. You can cancel all of the kilo ohms here. And we will be left with this one. Diba? And magka-cancel, 1 over 1 is 1. O, tapos dito, cancel kilo ohm. 1 over 2 is 1 half. It's 1/4, 1/8. Okay, this allows us class to create a 4-bit binary weighted digital analog converter where we can solve class for any of the output voltages for all of the possible binary numbers of this 4-bit digital input. Okay? Yan. So, from here, we can see that kung mag-a-apply daw tayo ng logic 5, logic 1, which is represented by a positive 5 volt voltage in VD, which is the most significant bit, yung op-amp gain will be 1 or unity. Thus, with a 4-bit binary code of 1,000, 1,000 class yung nagiging binary number natin. Kung mag-a-apply tayo ng logic 1, dun sa VD. Yan. Dun sa fourth natin class na uh, fourth input natin dito or fourth channel. So, galing sa baba class yung 4. So, dun tayo mag-apply daw ng logic 1. Sa the rest, 0 kasi doon lang yung sinabi niya, di ba? Yan, doon lang yung sinabi niya class. So, ibig sabihin ang ginagagawa nun is 1,000. We can solve for the output voltage which is 5 volts. Galing dito sa formula natin dito. Okay? Yan. Yan. So, solve natin yung 5 volts class. Paano nangyari yun? So, kung ang logic 1 natin class is dito lang sa VD, ayan, dyan lang tayo may 1. So, the rest, 0 na. So, ibig sabihin, kung logic 1 yung sa VD, meron akong input doon na 5 volts. Tapos, sa the rest, dahil 1,000 class yung binary code natin, so kung 1,000 yon na binary code, ibig sabihin, sa VD lang siya logic 1. Yan. Sa the rest, ng voltages, 0 siya. So, ibig sabihin, wala tayong kahit anong input doon. 0 lahat yan. Okay? 1/4. Yung VB code daw ay 0 plus 180 volts. Yan. So, ano na matitira? So, cancel to, cancel, cancel. Yan. Negative 5 volts. Yan. So, ito class, yung equivalent voltage ni binary number 1,000. Yan. So, in that way, na-convert na natin yung digital input into a analog output. Diba? Galing, diba? Ayan. O, nakuha ba? Ayan. Nagets ba? Ayan. O, diba? Ayan. Ngayon, class, makikita nyo sa ibang references, actually, makikita nyo sa ibang references, no, na yung inputs dito sa 4-bit DEC na to, may mga switches yan. Okay? So, imbes na voltage. Okay? So, matik may voltage na siya class. Pero yung nagde-determine class nung binary number are switches. So, imbes na ganyan, diretso siya sa voltage class. Merong switch dito. Tas gano'n. Yan. So, parang ganyan yung input. Yan. So, ito yung switch class, di ba? So, kapag ka yan mag-close or mag-on siya class, magkakaroon ng connection yung channel na to dun sa op-amp ko. Yan. So, halimbawa, yun yung op-amp. Yan. So, syempre kapag ka mag-on, eto class na yung switch na to, that represents yung logic 1 kapag ka on. So, kapag ka off to, that's for 0. So, walang voltage nun. Okay? Pagka naka-open yung or naka-off class yung aking switch. So, baka may makita lang kayo. Okay? So, yun yung para sa 1,000 na binary number. Oh, type pa tayong isa. Paano naman kung halimbawa daw 100? So, kapagka 100 yun class, pero tandaan nyo, 4-bit to. So, that's 0, 100. Okay. Papalito dun na. Ayan. So, dahil 4-bit to class, yung 100 is represented as 0, 1, 0, 0. So, ibig sabihin class, yung 0 dito sa left side ko, yun yung VD, yung 1 ko is VC, as the rest, VB and VA. So, ibig sabihin, for a binary number of 100, yung logic 1 ko lang is VC. And let's use class the same voltage that represents logic 1, which is 5 volts. And solve natin kung ano yung output voltage ng ating DAC for that particular binary number. So, gamitin lang natin yung formula dito, class. So, itong formula na to, exclusive siya or para lang siya, class, sa DAC circuit na to. So, pwede kasi, class, magpalit yung values natin ng resistances. So, you have to derive this one. Tulad nung pagkaka-derive natin doon sa previous slide. Okay? So, substitute class, so yung naka-1 lang dito ay si VC. So, siya lang yung 5 volts. So, the rest are 0. Kaya 1 times 0 volts plus 1 half VC, which is 5 volts or positive 5 volts plus 1/4 quantity 0 plus 1/8 quantity 0 volts. Yan. So, ano yung magiging V out ko dito, class? That's just negative 1 half times 5 or kalahati ng 5, 2.5 volts. Okay? Yan. So, ito, class, yung output voltage for 0, 1, 0, 0 binary number. Ang galing, di ba? Nako-convert natin into a analog output yung ating digital. Okay? Question so far? Are there any questions? How about the others? Ayan. Basic lang siya, di ba? Ayan. Basic lang siya. Ayan. So, likewise, ayan, if you apply sa 5 volts, ayan, may 2.5. Okay? So, naglagay lang akong dedicated to solve that. So, ngayon, class, para naman for the rest of the binary numbers? So, we can solve this, of course, class. Gamitin lang natin yung formula na to. Okay? So, negative 1, 1 half, 1/4 plus 1. Okay, so yung gagamitin natin. So, syempre, kapag ka puro 0 yan, class, huwag nyo nang imagine magsi-0 lahat yun, o 0 volts na yan. Okay? Kung ayaw nyo, edi i-solve yung class. Okay. Wala namang problema doon. O, 0 volts yun. Kasi di ba yung gagamitin nating formula dito, yung negative 1 times, 1 VD plus 1 half VC plus 1/4 VB plus 1/8 VA. Yan. So, if sa-substitute natin yon, so 1 times 0 plus 1 half times 0 plus 1/4 times 0 plus 1/8 times 0. So, lahat yan 0 class, kaya 0 volts yung equivalent ng digital input na 0000. Okay? Yan. So, paano naman kung 00001, 'di ba? So, alam na natin agad yung logic 1 lang dito yung sa 1/8, 'di ba? So, 1 times 0 plus 1 half times 0 plus 1/4 times 0 tapos plus 1/8 over 1/8 times 5. Now, can you please check if yung 5 times 1 over 8 or 5 over 8 is equal to 0.625? Tama ba? Negatives ay 0.625 yan. Thank you very much. So, negative to class, remember, sa inverting input tayo. So, negative 0.625. Okay? Yan. Itong 0 volts, hindi yan negative class kasi 0 is neither negative nor positive. So, next, paano naman kung 0010? Diba? So, yung uh, the rest dito are 0 or all of them are 0 except si VB. So, si 1/4 naman. So, 1/4 ni 5 plus ay 145 ay 1.25. Oh, kasi natin ng 25, 12.5. So, that's negative 1.25. Okay? Yan, volts. Next, paano naman yung 0011? Alam niyo na yung pattern, di ba? So, kung ano yung 0, ay kung ano yung 1, siya lang yung may 5 volts plus. Okay? So, plus 1 over 4, 5 plus 1 over 8 times 5. So, add lang natin yung mga to, class. This is negative 1.875. Yan. And so on and so forth. Okay? So, pwede natin madaliin to, class. Ayan, nasagutan natin to kanina yung sa 0, 100. This is negative 2.5 volts. Okay? Ayan. So, tuloy-tuloy lang to, class. You can already use yung other notations na meron tayo dito class, no? Pero you can also solve individually. Okay? So this is 1/2 times 5 plus 1/4 times 0 plus 1/8 times 0. Yan. Tapos dito naman yung naka-on lang or may logic 1 lang are VC and VA for 0, 1, 0, 1. Yan. So that's 1 times 0 plus 1/2 times 5 plus 1/4 times 0 plus 1/8 times 5. So this is negative 3.125 volts. And so on and so forth plus. Okay, so let's just define everything. Negative 3.75 to class. Yan. So kasi, this is 2.5. Tapos, yung naka-on na isa is si VB, which is 1.25. Okay, diba? Yan, so, yun yung gawin yun, diba, na technique. Tapos, 111 is negative 4.375. Yan. Tapos, yan, nasagutan natin to kanina, yung 1,000, that is negative 5 volts. And tapos, 1,001 is negative 5.625. Ayan. Kasi di ba yung 0,001 kanina class is 0.625. So, magpa-plus lang tayo dun. Okay? So, tuloy-tuloy lang to class. You see the pattern. This is 6.25 volts, negative 6.875, negative 7.5 volts, negative 8.125 volts, negative 8.75 volts, and negative 9.375 volts. Yan. So, in voltage calculation class, lagay lang natin yung dito sa past solutions natin, wherein lahat ng ones class are 5 volts. Okay? So, question sa ating 4-bit binary, uh, 4-bit binary digital analog converter. Ayan, wala namang question. Basic lang siya, di ba? Ayan, basic lang siya. But, we'll find out na meron to class disadvantage, unfortunately. Okay, so if we wish daw to increase the resolution of this type of DAC, the number of resistive summing network must also be increased to achieve different weighting. Pagka sinabi class, ini-increase natin yung resolution ng ganitong type of DAC, yung binary weighted DAC. That means, nag increase tayo ng number of bits na gusto nating i-convert. Okay? So, halimbawa class, gusto ko ng 5-bit. So, magdadagdag ako ng isa pang input, di ba? Kasi kanina 4-bit lang tayo. Yan. So, ano mangyayari? Pagka nag-add ako ng isang input, mag-add ako ng isa pang resistor class. Okay? Tapos, kung halimbawa class, magdadagdag na lang ako ng isa, magdadagdag na naman ako ng isang resistor ulit. Na iba class dapat yung value. So, yun yung sinasabi dito na different way. So, these are different types of resistors. So, halimbawa dito, meron akong 8-bit DAC. Yung pinakamataas class na resistor na kailangan natin doon would be 128 kilo ohm resistor. Diba? Kasi, yung pattern natin kanina is nagdo-double dapat class yung ating input resistance. So, yun yung kanina class na ginagawa natin, di ba? Yan. Dito, 4-bit lang. Pero paano daw kung magiging 8-bit to? Anong mangyayari? Eh, di dadagdag ng 4 na input to class. Kasi kanina 4 lang, di ba? So, para maging 8-bit, kailangan natin ng 4 pa na iba. Yan. O, tapos, ano yung magiging value ng mga input resistors natin dito? Remember, yung input ng resistor na to is just double of the previous one. So, halimbawa class, sa pagkatapos yung input or channel class, pagkatapos ni 8 kilo ohm, 16 kilo ohm na yan. So, pagkatapos nung kay 16 kilo ohm, 32. Kasi class, puro double lang tayo dito. So, nagta-times 2 lang. Diba? Yan. Tapos, pagkatapos ni 32, o ita-times 2 natin, magiging 64. Yan. Pagkatapos ng 64, i-times 2 natin, magiging 128. So, yung least significant bit natin, nasa kanya na yung pinakamalaking resistor na kailangan natin. Okay? 128 kilo ohm. Okay? Siyempre, meron pa rin tayong mababasa doon na analog output. In this case, sabi niya, yun yung 0.039 volts. If we apply that. So, that represents class yung uh, least significant binary number natin, which is 1. Pero, tandaan nyo class, 8-bit to. So, that's 7 zeros, tapos 1. Diba? Yun yung binary digit 1 plus for an 8-bit binary number. Kasi 8 to. Okay? Yan. So, likewise, kung 12 naman to class, yung magiging output voltage natin would be 0.00244 volts per step. So, yun yung naging increment natin sa bawat 12-bit. So, syempre class, medyo madami na yon, di ba? Kapag ka 12-bit. Kapag ka 12-bit, ayan, magtutuloy-tuloy to class. Okay? So, hindi na siya kasya. Ayan. So, limbawa class, dito yung continuation. O, sobrang dami, di ba? O, 8 lang to class. So, kailangan ko ulit ng 4 para maging 12-bit to class. Ayan. O, dadagdag na naman ako ng 4. Tapos, bawat input resistor nito class, double nung previous ulit. 'Di ba? So, ano yung double nung 128? To 260, ay, 256. Yan, tama yan. 256 kilo ohm. 'Di ba? Yan, 256. Tapos, double ni 256, 512 kilo ohm. Tapos, double ni 512, 10,000, ay sorry, 1,024. So, double ni 1,024, 2,048 kilo ohm. Diba? So, every single inputs class call for a different value of resistor. And habang dumadami yung inputs natin, dumadami yung components natin class. Which is of course, ayan, impractical and expensive. Kasi class, kapag dumadami yung resistor natin, dumadami yung binibili natin, tapos mas malaki class yung nagiging power consumption. Diba? So, mas gastusin siya sa kuryente, diba? And each of those inputs class would call for a differently valued, individual voltages or voltage supply. So, bawat isa dun class, kailangan niya ng voltage supply na 5 volts kasi may possibility na mag-1 siya, 'di ba? So, it's impractical kasi habang pataas ng pataas yung N natin or padami ng padami yung bits natin class no binary number na kino-convert natin, mas dumadami yung kinakailangan nating resistors, which is 1 per bit, 'di ba? So halimbawa class, 4-bit binary weighted DAC or digital analog converter. Pagka 4-bit, 4 yung kailangan kong resistor. So kapagka 8-bit, 8. Pagka 12, 12 resistors. So habang dumadami yung resistors na kailangan. Okay? That is a disadvantage of this type of DAC. Just because it's impractical, expensive na sa binibili at saka sa power consumption. So to solve that class, actually, we would need yung isa pang type ng DAC natin, which is yung R2, 2R binary DAC, which we will discuss on the next topic or next part of this chapter. Okay. So, next lesson here, or next discussion. So, any question for our initial discussion?